Hi y'all, hi everybody, it's Kimberly here. Thank you for coming to my channel. I'm going to give a stimulus check or stimulus package update for today. Today is Monday, and last night, Sunday, President Trump signed the economic stimulus bill, made it into law. So it will avoid the government shutdown, the unemployment benefits will go on, the Paycheck Protection Program for businesses to make sure that they can pay their employees. That's still intact. And I didn't know this, but there's only 1 month of federal eviction ban included in that. I thought it was going to be for several months or extended time period, but it's only for 1 month. So that's only, I guess, through to the end of January of 2021. So that's really not very much time. I know it gives people a little bit of extra time. And if they get the stimulus check, maybe that will help them. I just still think it should be longer than that, or some way to work that out in a more effective way. And it also keeps the vaccine distribution fully funded and able to do what needs to be done to get everybody vaccinated. And Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, he said the checks could go out as early as next week. They were supposed to be coming out this week, but as you know, President Trump delayed signing the bill, so put it back a week. And that is only if they're going to send out the $600, because remember, the House is going to vote on that $2,000 standalone bill to increase the stimulus check amount to what President Trump wanted, and that's probably going to pass. I mean, the bill passed already, or the stimulus bill passed, so this standalone bill is expected to pass also, even though it's for a greater amount in the House, and then it has to be sent to the Senate, which they'll probably kill it. That's my feeling. A lot of Republicans are against it, don't want to send out any more money other than the $600 that they agreed to, which was a miracle that they agreed to it anyway. And this, with this, the $600 would be per individual with a gross income of $75,000. And if you are filing as head of household, that would be $112,050. Or $500, I'm sorry. $112,500. And if you're married, filing jointly, that would be $150,000 per couple, which would be $1,200. And then it's going to be $600 per child, with the age limit up to 16 years old. If you're 17, it's a no-go. No check for 17-year-olds. And last year, there was about 170 million people that got these checks or any kind of stimulus payment. And 80 million of them got them within the first, the first few weeks. And that was mostly through direct deposit. And like I said, the direct deposit is the best and easiest way to get it. So if you haven't signed up for that, sign up for it. Continue to sign up for it. Go to the government portal or through your IRS. You know, if you've been getting your IRS checks in the mail, go to the IRS and try to sign up with your direct deposit. Just try to get that done as fast as possible, because 75% of the people who had direct deposit last year, 75% of the people got their checks early because they had direct deposit, and about 22% got the paper checks, which the government can send out about 5 to 7 million checks per week, and that has to go, slow, because they only have so much capability for printing that many checks, per week on a full-time, getting them done as fast as possible. And the EIP cards, the economic impact cards that they sent out, there was only maybe, I think, about 3%. That makes the whole total up to 100%, the 75, 22, and 3% for the EIP cards. And the Social Security and SSI, or SSI and the SSDI will be eligible again. So most of those will be with, I think, probably direct deposit. I don't think there's too many people who really receive the checks anymore. Most of them get it with direct deposit. And if you're living abroad or if you're in a U.S. territory, you need to check with the government sites to see what your requirements are or how to do that. I really don't know about that. I would say if you have direct deposit, a lot of people live abroad, have their bank set up, the banking system set up, and with direct deposit for their Social Security income if they're retired. So that's probably what it's going to be for most people. Or if you're living abroad as a student or something like that, you need to go to the government website and just try to figure out what you need to do. Or if you've already got your direct deposit set up, then you're fine. So the bill, they should be voting on that bill now. I believe they're in session right now voting, and we don't have as far as I've known, I've been looking, there hasn't been any outcome of the vote yet. So we don't know if it's just going to be $600 or if it's going to be up to $2,000. And if it was up to $2,000, I kind of think that they would probably send out that $600 payment first, and then probably in I don't want to say maybe a few months, a month, or who knows what time period, they would send out the difference. But I think they would get the first wave of this check, of the $600 check, sent out first to everybody, or possibly as much percentage as they could to everybody, and then start on the remainder of the balance of a $2,000 check if they pass that. So right now I'm just expecting the $600, and if we did get the $2,000, great. That'd be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And the ones that are not eligible are going to be non-U.S. citizens or non-citizens who pay taxes but don't have a U.S. spouse. So if you're, I'm not real sure about that. I want to say if you have a green card, I don't know if that applies to these situations. I'm not sure. You'd have to look that up because they've got some, eligibility requirements that are, kind of strict on these. I think in something that's different that was in the CARES Act or excluded from the CARES Act were incarcerated people weren't getting a check last time, but they will get one this time. I guess, I don't know what to think about that. I mean, I don't know. And people who were behind in child support, I think in the CARES Act they were excluded also. But this time, I believe that you're going to be eligible for a check as far as your the requirements are met, which I didn't find out what that was. But those are two things that was, they were excluded from the last one. But this check, if you're incarcerated, you may possibly get one. And depending on how much child support you owe, you may also get one too. And the people that are eligible are non-citizen spouse. If you have a non-citizen spouse, there's some requirements. You have to be qualified for eligibility requirements for that. I'm not real sure about that. These are kind of more detailed, and it depends on the whole situation, what your I think, well, you would have to have Social Security numbers. Both you and your spouse would have to have Social Security numbers to be eligible for that. So that might be the difference in some of these other non-U.S. citizen type of situations. So if you do have a Social Security number and your non-citizen spouse, I believe, I may be wrong on this, so don't take it for total fact. Research it and look it up. And the emancipated minors, you are going to be eligible, and because you cannot be a dependent. So if you're emancipated, you're nobody's dependent. You have to, prove that you are capable of taking care of yourself to be emancipated in the first place. So you will be eligible. And then there's some issues with the mixed status families. I guess if you both have Social Security numbers, now that might be referring to like the non-citizen spouse too. I think that's kind of a situation with the mixed status family. So those are things that you need to look up. If you're in any of that kind of situation, look those up to see whether or not you're eligible, or if there's certain requirements that would disqualify you. Look that up. You may or may not be getting a check. But if you are a dependent of your parent and you're 17 or older, you're not going to get one, because I don't know why. I kind of think they should have included, if you're going to college and you're dependent on your parents for income, and I don't know what the residency situation is. I think if you live with your parents a certain amount of time, that may make you eligible or disqualify you. So I'm not real sure about that. These are situations, when you're in a situation like that, they have changed some of the rules compared to the CARES Act. So you need to look that up and research that and see if you are eligible. And just pretty much, if you are single, head of household, married, filing jointly, you're both U.S. citizens, you have Social Security numbers, or you're an emancipated minor with a Social Security number, you're pretty much going to get a check. Or on Social Security or SSDI, and you're citizens, got Social Security numbers, which you'd have to get that in the first place, you will get your check too. But these other situations with the non-resident spouses and the mixed status families, and whether you have a green card or not, or if you're in limbo applying to be a citizen, those are things that you need to research a little bit more and check out the eligibility requirements for that. Well, hopefully we'll get that extra balance to make up for the $2,000 check. But I'm really not too hopeful about that, because I'm sure it'll fly through the House. It was initiated by, well, President Trump said he wanted it, but it was initiated. The 2000 number was coming from Kamala Harris and Joe Biden in the campaign, or from Kamala Harris, actually, from her. But I think he kind of stuck with that number. I think it sounded like a reasonable number to him, I guess. And I believe that I think he will, I think he's doing it for his ego, because to say that he accomplished that by the end of the year, instead of going out with this, what he called a measly $600 check, was what I called it too. So I think he's kind of embarrassed of that number, and I think he wants it to be higher. I think he wants it to reflect on him and his generosity, and what he did for the vaccine, and the $2,000 check, it can be attributed to him. So I kind of feel like that's why he's behind this. And he's going out anyway, and he wants to go out in some kind of style, I guess, or something to that effect. To me, that's the way I see it. But fine. Put his name on it. Give me the check. I don't care. If it doesn't pass, then I think that once the new administration gets in, there's possibly going to be another check. And I think there might be some other additions to the COVID relief, because the holidays are, making the numbers spike up, which means it's going to be an unfortunate event for more people to expire because of the Christmas holiday and the New Year holiday. So I do think that's going to impact their decision to make further adjustments to this COVID relief situation, the stimulus package, and possibly more stimulus checks or bigger addition to that $600 check, which that would probably, I want to say, I don't know if he's just going to attend to that immediately when he gets in office, or if it's going to be something that they're going to work on for a while, or try to figure out, if it were to come in monthly payments, or what they're going to do, just one more check or what. Like some of the other countries, they're helping their citizens out much more than the U.S. is. And it's going directly to them. And I can't believe this country can't get it together and get this done, because we're at the apex of the crisis, just about. Not quite, but we're almost there. So hopefully this is just what we need. Get this over quickly and get the checks rolling out next week, or the direct deposits and the checks, and get relief to everybody, help people out, and hopefully there'll be more coming. All we can do is hope. Thank you again, and like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much.